But I give the dude credit, man, because if you have paid attention at all during his first week as a professional football player, all you've read is about his impact, about his teachability, about how hard he's working, about how he looks the part, about how he's made plays in practice. Like, good for that dude, man. Like, the conversation about Shemar Stewart for weeks, for months, was about stuff that had nothing to do with that. Neither you or I have any idea how good of a pick he's going to be. I am going to lean on the pressures and the disruptions, right? He had 39 pressures last year at Texas A&M. Not an insignificant number. I think among the best 40 pressure totals in all of FBS college football last year. That is not insignificant. But with a lot of focus on him, not just because he was taken with the 17th overall pick, but because of how his contract situation unfolded, I think he has very quickly taken the conversation away from that to what his potential is, what his role might be in the defense, and what kind of impact he might have this year. Look, when you removed all the back and forth and the bad feelings and the fact that everybody wanted to take sides, at the end of the day, this is a very, very important player. It's a very, very important player. How does the Bengals pass rush get better without Shemar Stewart making an impact? I don't know. I don't know the answer. Now you can go, well, Miles Murphy's going to be better. Okay, count on that. Well, Trey Hendrickson's going to do what? Have more sacks this coming season? Like, legitimately, as much as we've talked about Shemar Stewart, and as much as Shemar Stewart gave us a lot of gifts during summer when there's typically not a lot going on, and gave us things to discuss and debate and argue about, we haven't talked much about his football impact. And I've watched him practice once now. We'll see him work out tomorrow, hopefully. But every account coming from Bengals training camp, on top of just the overall progress of the defense, has been about his ability to make plays in a training camp setting. So Thursday night, there's a chance for us to watch him play a football game and, get a glimpse into what he can or can't do. But he's extraordinarily important to this football team. If you're like me and you believe that Trey Hendrickson is still going to play, whether it's on a long-term deal, which I still feel like is going to get done, or under his current contract, which I refuse to believe he's not going to play under if a deal doesn't get done, even if you believe no matter what, Trey Hendrickson will play for the Bengals this year, for this pass rush to improve and for it to improve significantly, I have a hard time believing that happens if Shemar Stewart doesn't make an impact. And in his first week as a pro football player, it felt like he made an impact. Take it with a grain of salt, contextualize it. It's in a practice setting. It's not worth making a big deal about. But good for that guy for almost instantly changing the conversation, and hopefully that continues on Thursday and into the season. For all that we talked about that guy for non-football reasons, it cannot be overstated how important he is for this team this year. This is not a 4-year project. This is not a redshirt year. This isn't one of those deals where, hey, they drafted him and he can get his feet wet playing some non-important snaps. They need a better pass rush. They drafted Shemar Stewart. He's got to help make their pass rush better this year. Maybe he's taken the early steps toward helping them do that.